Hello, welcome to this early autumn video from the old shop. When I got back from the 100 stream, I spent a little bit of time with some of my packaging materials, just playing really, making a mandala on the circular stone that I use for my mandalas. I thought I'd show you because it's just a really fun thing to do. If you've got a few minutes and a few bits and pieces, it really clears your mind. Here's a mermaid, another kind of water spirit, and she was sculpted by somebody, I don't know who, on the beach, and a castle here for her to live in under the waves. And here on top of the waves is the cliff top where I've been spending some time with my coffee when I can, and my crochet project, which is still ongoing, making a shawl for the colder weather based on the colours in the cliff top with the grasses and the seed heads and the sea itself and the skies in different sorts of blue. I really enjoy doing it. I shall do more of it now the weather's cooling down a little, I think. And the front garden still has some colour. The heath is starting to look much more autumnal, and I've seen my first parasol mushroom popping up, and the bracken just starting, the edges just turning a little golden and russets now, and the heather beautifully purple and pink, but just starting to go over a little bit in places and give way to the autumn colourings. And the early mornings on the heath with the cobwebs and the early morning light, you start to realise it really is September. And the days are drawing in a little as well, so that the sunrise is later. But this was a grey day that I took these photographs, and the heather really popped, the colours really sang out. The leaves are just beginning to fall as well from the birches, because the birch is always the first tree, I find, around here anyway, to start losing its leaves. And just all of a sudden overnight, there was a carpet of birch leaves that I was walking on when I went up on my early morning walk, and the gorse catches some of the beautiful golden leaves in its spines and just displays them for us to marvel at. Unlike the other candles that I've made for the other seasonal festivals, I realised I hadn't actually shown any ideas for what one might want to do with the pots afterwards. Obviously there's loads of things that you might want to do, but I was thinking one of the things I had already been thinking about was an incense vessel, because it's deep and I think it will contain the charcoal and the incense really well, and seeing the smoke curling out of it is very evocative towards me anyway, because I think of the Bronze Age pots. We used to do these guided archaeological art and performance walks, and one of them I actually had a larger actual replica of a Bronze Age pot, and I lit incense in that, and it was part of the walk, but it was really effective. I thought I would share the way that I burn loose incense. In the bottom of the vessel I've put some compost, and that is actually compost from my compost heap, so it's well, in essence, rotted vegetative matter, which I thought was really appropriate for autumn equinox, because this is a time when that's exactly the process that starts to happen in nature. Obviously you can use earth or compost from a bag or sand or anything else really that will just keep the charcoal, the heat of the charcoal, from the bottom of the pot. Though these pots actually are oven proof and microwave proof, so I guess it might be okay, but I think fire directly in the bottom of any pottery probably isn't a great idea. So that's the first thing, and then I get my charcoal disc, which I'll just find, or come back to in a moment when I've got hold of that, and I shall light it and wait till the sparks come up. I've got the little charcoal disc here, and I've just got some long matches here because they are a bit safer to use, and I can't actually hold my camera and light the charcoal, but I'll do that, and once it's sparkling I'll put it into the dish and then you'll see how it goes. So now the disc has taken, and it's just gently crackling, and I can feel the warmth coming from it, so I know it's okay. So I'm going to put it down now into the pot like that, and just sort of straighten it up. It's safe to do that. Well, it's not burning very strongly. I hope it will stay alight. I think it will. There we are. So yeah, I can feel warmth. It's actually called Autumn Equinox, this blend. I got it from Star Child. I've had it for quite a long time, I think, but I hadn't used it because it still had the little leaflet in the top that you get on the top of the jars telling you a little bit about it. So it's absolutely unused. So I've never smelt it before, but it's beautiful. It's just got that slightly autumnal, bonfirey tinge and a little bit of a little bit of sweet decay in a good way. So as you can see, it's starting to go quite well. I'll see if you can see it rising, the smoke. Yeah, it's going really well, and it does contain the scent and the smoke really, really beautifully, and it does put me in mind of prehistoric rituals.